friends, I'm Paula, and I'm glad you're here with me today. You know, one of the things that I've discovered about getting older is that while some things become a little bit more challenging, other things kind of get easier. And actually at 72, there are certain worries I simply don't want to carry around with me anymore. And that's not because life is perfect. It's not because I have all the answers, but because experience has taught me what truly matters in life and what doesn't. So today I thought I'd share some of the things that I no longer worry about. And maybe you can relate. Maybe you'll even discover a few things you need to get rid of. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's get comfortable and talk. So number one, what people think of you. I no longer worry about what people think of me. There was a time when I was younger, certainly, that things were a little more important when it comes to that. You always wanted to fit in. You always wanted to wear the right thing. I did look pretty good back there in the 70s, 60s, 70s with bell-bottom pants and big belt buckle belts. And yeah, life was good back in the 70s. Anyway, did I wear the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I fit in? Did I say the right thing? I've realized something, that most people, they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. I can't control what other people think. I can only control how I treat people. So I try to be kind. I try to be honest. I try to be myself, and then I let the rest go. Number two, having a perfect home. Oh my goodness, I would love to have a perfect home. I watch so many YouTube videos on home decorating, and I look through Facebook Reels and I think, oh man, I would love to have a perfect home, but I don't. I have a home that I live in. Sometimes there's dirty dishes in the sink. Sometimes I need to dust more. Sometimes when I know people are coming over, oh my gosh, I'm rushing around the house, putting things in drawers, and then I forget about where I put them. Do you do that? But what are you gonna do? But I do want to have a clean house. I try to clean up at night after dinner and put dishes in the dishwasher and get that going. Clean the coffee filter out so that the next morning when I wake up, my husband usually sleeps a little longer, sometimes 11 o'clock in the morning, which is really great for me. But when I get up in the morning, I like things to be clean. I like that for me. So I'm kind of thinking about me when it comes to cleaning up and making things look nice. But I do like them to look nice just in case somebody knocks on the door and decides to come on over. So a clean house is definitely important to me. I can't have everything perfect, but I try to. I think perfection is a little overrated. All right, keeping up with everyone. Did you ever hear the term, it might be an old term, keeping up with the Joneses? When you're younger, it's easy to compare. Someone has a bigger house than you. Someone has a newer car. Maybe someone goes on vacations more than you do. And that's one thing that I've thought a little bit about when I see people going on extravagant vacations. I think, I don't know, maybe I did it wrong or didn't do something right years ago. When my kids were growing up, we did go on, I don't know if you'd call them a lot of vacations, but every year we went up to Eagle River in Wisconsin, and we'd rent a cabin and we'd go fishing and swimming and all kinds of things, horseback riding. Oh my gosh, I loved that kind of thing. And some of our vacations, if you could call it that, were just going into Chicago and going to the different museums or going to the zoo. One big vacation that we did was twice going down to Disney World. Once we stayed on the grounds, and another time we stayed in Kissimmee at I guess you call it an Airbnb now. And so those were the kinds of vacations we have. And so when I look at all the vacations that other people are going on nowadays, I think maybe I missed something, but I didn't. I was with my family, and that's all that matters. But one thing that I think about is that there's a lot of people that have struggles, things that are going on in their life that we don't even know about. And everybody has struggles, everybody has worries, everybody has different life changes that they're going through. So I've stopped comparing my life to other people, and I've learned to be grateful for the things that I did and the things that I have. All right, number 4, getting older. Oh my gosh. This one may surprise you. I no longer worry about getting older. Getting older is a privilege, and not everyone gets that opportunity. Every birthday I think of as a gift. Every wrinkle, I don't have many wrinkles, but they are showing up. I just put on a little bit of makeup and then you don't see them. Every gray hair is my life that's been lived, and I do have perfectly aligned, or not aligned, I have perfectly placed gray hair, and those are God highlights. That's natural. Even my hairdresser, she's like, your gray hairs are perfectly placed. Don't worry about highlighting them. But, you know, would I love 25-year-old knees? Certainly. I have kind of a bad ankle at times, and I think, man, when I was younger, I didn't have anything like that was bothering me. But of course, I don't spend my time worrying about that. I just try to keep appreciating all the good things in my life. All right, number 5, making mistakes. I've made plenty, trust me. I've said things that I wish I didn't say. I've made decisions I wish I didn't. I've made mistakes just like everyone else, but I've learned that that mistakes teach us something. They help us grow. They help us become wiser. And most of the things we beat ourselves up about, you know, it really doesn't matter this year, next year, 5 years from now. So let it go. All right, number 6, whether I've done enough. I think many of us wonder about this. Have I done enough? Have I accomplished enough? Have I made a difference? But I've changed how I defined success. Success isn't about careers and the workplaces that you worked at and that kind of thing. Success isn't about money, how much money you made, how much money you didn't, or achievements. You think about the achievements that you made in your life, but that doesn't really define you. Success is loving your family and being there for people, helping someone maybe through a difficult time, being kind and present. And when I look at life that way, I feel very blessed. All right, number 7, having everything figured out. Oh my gosh, do you have everything figured out? I think there would come a day that when I have everything figured out, I'd be in a good place, but I'm not worried about it. At 72, I can tell you that day never comes. Life keeps teaching us, it keeps surprising us, and that's okay. I've become comfortable saying, I don't know. I probably say that a lot these days. I've become comfortable learning and growing, and there's a lot of freedom in that. All right, number 8, being too old to start something new. Well, that's a big one. At 72, actually this year, I've turned 72. I published my first book. Then I published a journal to go along with it. I don't know about you, but do you journal? Journaling is something that I see a lot of people do, and I kind of wish that I would have started journaling earlier in my life, but I'm journaling a little bit now, And it kind of helps me think about the day, think about the things that I'm going to be doing, but also thinking about the things that I have and the things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for a lot of things. And so I need to write those things down, be positive, and that's going to help my life going forward. So if there's one thing that I've learned is that you're never too old to try something new. You're never too old to learn, to create, never too old to dream. So I don't worry about my age when it comes to starting something new. I just start. And so I love the whole YouTube thing because I've watched YouTube videos for the longest time. And I learn from them, and they're helping me learn how to be a good YouTuber. And so it's just been really fun doing that. So you're never too old to learn anything new. So in closing, I just want to tell you that one of the beautiful things about getting older is that we begin to understand what truly matters. Relationships matter. Health matters. Time matters. Love matters. And the little things matter. Just a cup of coffee with a friend, a phone call from your grandchild. I have a total of 3 grandchildren. One of them lives really close to me, and I am thankful for that. The other 2 live about 2,500 miles away from me in another country. And while at times that's a little sad, I do get to see them every day. I can see them on Facebook. I can see them on Zoom. With my little granddaughter, she loves me when I read books to her. And so I love just giving her a call and grabbing a few books, and she'll say, another book, another book. So I love doing that with her. And then we color and draw, and I see what Owen is doing, and I'm able to hopefully relate to them being such a distance away, but I want them to know who I am. And so those little times with them really help us stay a little bit closer together. But anyway, so I love those different things. They're, I guess you could call them ordinary things, the things that happen during the day, but not everything is extraordinary. And I love just the little things that happen day by day to make me, love who I am. And anyway, so I thought that I'm going to end this video, and I'd love to hear from you. First of all, please subscribe and like my page so we can continue having these conversations together. But I'd like to know what it is that you're worried about, and or what it is that you've stopped worrying about, and share that with us, because there's probably going to be people that worry all the time, and if they learn from our wisdom, that may help. So anyway, thank you for spending time with me. I really do appreciate it. I want you to take care of yourself and appreciate the season you're in, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.